the conclusion. I think Errol Spence fans, I just think they like getting roasted, and I think they like getting cooked. And you have some of them that's still sitting up here lying and playing games and acting like they don't know what Terrence Crawford is talking about when Terrence Crawford said that he felt like he was blackballed and he was disrespected. And, you got these dudes trying to act like, well, they didn't partake in it. You know who I'm talking about, the usual suspect, the least attorney. Like I said, why do y'all listen to that dude when he clearly is a PBC fun boy and a Errol Spence butt boy? I mean, I don't even know why y'all listen to black bald headed Dr. Evil, but I mean, do y'all? So now all of a sudden, the Spence Fun Boys are making videos talking about why is people disrespecting Errol Spence and why is he being treated the way he's being treated when he sat up there and did Terrence Crawford a favor and gave him almost first of all he didn't do Terrence Crawford no favor, okay. And then you had people lying, talking about that Terrence Crawford pulled out of the fight to go fight David Abenija, which is a lie. He went to fight David Abenija because they kept saying they didn't have any money for him. And they kept saying, well, he can't see the books and basically they'll pay him off whatever they make off the pay-per-view. That man had every right to go find somebody else to fight. And then to sit up there and act like the PBC wasn't playing games and stuff, um, they didn't really want to make outside fights. But I understand why they don't want to make outside fights, because every time they go to the other side of the street and all that stuff, they get whooped on. So I can understand why they're hesitant to make, cross promotional fights, which we shouldn't even be using the word cross promotional fights. But then that's where we are now, because they have a lot of blockades when it comes to trying to make fights. At the end of the day, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford could have got made years ago. Okay? Terrence Crawford versus Danny Garcia could have got made years ago. These are the same people that's talking about Terrence Crawford's resume, said he hadn't done nothing and all this kind of stuff. Now all of a sudden that he mollywops Errol Spence. Now these clowns are still on here talking about Errol Spence is being disrespected by, by people on social media and being disrespected by content creators. Now, here's the thing. Y'all didn't have no problem when people was coming out saying stuff about Terrence Crawford, calling the man crawfish and all that kind of stuff, and saying his resume is trash, and talking about he fought one-legged fighters and he fought Gamboa and he got rocked by Gamboa and all this kind of stuff. So y'all just need to shut the hell up, because you sound stupid. Uh, you sound absurd. Like I said, you guys were the problem all along, and that's just factual. And you need to stop playing these games, man, and stop trying to insult people's intelligence when we all know that you guys are the blunt of the blame on why this stuff happened. Take your L like men and women and just accept the fact Terrence Crawford was the better man. Stop lying about loaded gloves. I already didn't debunk that whole loaded gloves thing. And now you trying to say, oh, well, he was possibly on something because they, dealt with Snack. Okay, so Caleb Plant deals with Snack. So is Caleb Plant on something? No, I know it's just the black fighter. But then again, I expect nothing less from you fake pro-black niggas, because a lot of y'all ain't even saying nothing about what happened in Alabama. But y'all so power to the people. Devin Haney uses Snack. So you saying Devin Haney is on something? But these will be the same people that'll say Terrence Crawford is on something. Well, Devin Haney, you see how I be like destroying these dudes? See how easy it is to like just debunk everything they come with? This stuff, y'all just, man, I told you, I'm T Grizzly. I do this with no effort. Because like I said before, I don't know what it is with some of you niggas from Dallas. Not all. I don't know what it is with some of you niggas from Dallas that be thinking y'all can try to debo people and come to people's channel trying to bully them and tell them what to say about Errol Spence. I'm gonna say this once again: ain't nobody scared of you niggas, and I've shown my face. Stop acting like y'all punking people. People ain't gotta watch what they say when it comes to Errol Spence. People ain't gotta hold back on making memes about Errol Spence getting dropped multiple times because y'all don't like it. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all is? People crying on chat lines about people poking fun at Errol Spence. Like, dude, man, I could post whatever I want to, punk. Like for real. Like for real, man. Ain't nobody scared of you niggas. I don't know how. And like I said, I got some good people in Dallas. So I got friends in Dallas. I ain't talking about every brother from Dallas. I'm just saying you Errol Spence fun boys. Y'all the problem. But like I said, since y'all want some more, I'm gonna give y'all some more. For real. First of all, let's talk about the snack thing. First of all, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, they did random drug testing. That's fact. They did VADA. Okay. So debunked. You guys don't make no sense. You can't, first of all, so let me get this straight. Terrence Crawford is possibly cheating using VADA, but Devin Haney uses VADA and he's not, or Caleb Plant and some other people. So Terrence Crawford is the only ones getting tainted supplements from VADA. See how I be tearing these dudes apart? Like you dudes, like I said, I guess you guys are used to just getting cooked. So if you want to continue to get cooked, then that's fine with me. I don't know how many times I got to say this. It don't matter who Errol Spence trains with. Doesn't matter. Errol Spence needs to sit out at least 6 to 9 months. He's already suspended due to the damage that he took. He's suspended for 60 days. Well, going on 60 days now because it's been almost 2 weeks since the fight. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to play medical doctor, but I keep telling you, when somebody, Errol Spence ain't no different from anybody else that then took a one-sided beating. Okay. Joe Frazier took a one-sided beating via George Foreman, and he lost to him via knockout both times. Same thing with Fernando Vargas. There's nothing Errol Spence can do at 154 that will change the outcome of the fight. If they fight again, Terrence Crawford is going to be the winner. And then what is the Errol Spence fun boys excuse going to be then? Or whatever. No, I'm talking about that stuff, Victor Conti, whatever. I don't care what it is, but all I know is they use the Victor Conti products. So like I said before, Victor Conti, actually Victor Conti did play a pivotal role in coming up with VADA. Victor Conti and Dr. Margaret Goodwin, if I'm not mistaken, she this lady that got red hair and stuff. So for real, everybody that used snack is clean except for Terrence Crawford. God, what the hell is wrong with you dudes, man? Like for real, are you dudes nuts? I mean, for real, are you dudes nuts? Y'all really need therapy. You need therapy. You really do. Well, first of all, Errol Spence need to get online since he always tweeting stuff. He need to tell his fans to accept the fact that he lost and to move on from it. But Errol Spence is part of the problem as well. So You know, he was part of the problem. He was sitting up there lying, him and the PBC trying to make it seem as if they offered Terrence Crawford a contract, and they didn't offer Terrence Crawford a contract. And I'm tired of people sitting up here talking about Terrence Crawford need to be thankful that Errol Spence made the fight. Errol Spence had no choice but to make the fight because people in his hometown, a lot of people in his hometown was giving him the people's eyebrows saying, hey man, what's up with you not fighting this dude? And then at the same time, you pretty much didn't have a choice. It was either I mean, since you basically went against Al and didn't fight Keith Thurman, I think right now at this point, Al don't care what happens to you because now he can lean on Canelo, and then his other backup plan could possibly be Jerron Ennis. So there you have it, and then he got Terrence Crawford for at least one or two more fights. So Errol Spence right now is, you know, basically expendable right now. All this stuff about he was this big draw and all this kind of stuff. Well, here's the thing. How come he couldn't do no more than 200,000 pay-per-views allegedly, and he fights Terrence Crawford, he does his biggest pay-per-view numbers, period. So they needed each other. So all these goofballs sitting up there talking about Terrence Crawford need to be thankful. Terrence Crawford ain't got to thank Errol Spence for shit. It was the fight that Ben should have got made. Because those two guys had all four of the belts. So to sit up there and say that somebody is doing somebody a favor, that just goes to show you how out of touch that a lot of these Errol sexuals are, these Errol Spence fun boys are. They just really out of tune and out of touch with reality. I mean, it's like that Public Enemy song. These Errol Spence fun boys, they watch Channel Zero. They really do. They watching Channel Zero. Like, what are they seeing? They talk like Errol Spence is some like Errol Spence is in the same category with Floyd Mayweather or something. Terrence Crawford should be thankful. Man, get out of here, man. I mean, what are you like? What are you numbnuts talking about? What are you dum dums talking about? He should be thankful. Thankful for what? Doing what he was supposed to do? So we supposed to give Errol Spence credit for doing something that he was supposed to do, which is fight Terrence Crawford in a unification bout for undisputed? That's something he was supposed to do. That doesn't even make sense. That's what I'm saying. These dudes look at Errol Spence like he God or something. Like, man, get out of here, man. But like I said before, I be having fun cooking these Errol Spence fun boys. Keith Thurman is in the cards possibly for Team Crawford. They already said that they interested in that fight. It doesn't matter who Terrence Crawford fights. Like I said, his detractors will find a way to basically piss on whoever he fights. But they were hanging on this whole notion about the Gamboa fight. They really thought that the Gamboa fight was going to be the end all be all that was going to decide the fight between him and Errol Spence. Boy, was y'all wrong. Or as Charlie Murphy would say, wrong. Now, the only thing that Errol Spence should be thanking, or Terrence Crawford should be thanking Errol Spence for, is basically Harvey Dock saving Errol Spence from getting carried out on a stretcher. Talking about that he should be thanking him and all this stuff. The only thing for real, Errol Spence should be thankful that Bud didn't kill his ass. That's what he should be thinking. He should be thinking that Bud didn't kill his ass. Because Bud was damn near on the verge of killing his ass if Harvey Doc wouldn't have stepped in. The man was staggering, doing a stanky leg. I'm talking about he was, he was knocked out on his feet several times. So that's the only thing he should be. That's the only thing he should tell Bud that he thankful for. That he thankful that Bud didn't kill his ass. And that's just real talk. I know it. I know it hurts Errol Spence fun boys. I know it hurts. I know y'all in agony because y'all worst nightmare came true. Bud made it look easy. He made it look like Errol Spence was just a common opponent. And according to the stats that he was, according to the stats, Mean Machine was Terrence Crawford's toughest opponent at 147, and he stopped him. But these people talking about people jumping ship and all this stuff and becoming fans of Terrence Crawford. Well, first of all, it ain't about jumping ship. There's actually some boxing fans that's just willing to give the dude his credit. But you have one dude that'll say that they gonna give him his credit, but they'll try to dismiss what he did. You can't have it both ways. Because here's the thing. Errol Spence signed to fight Terrence Crawford at 147 pounds because he had 3 to 4 belts at 147. So all this stuff about weight drain and all this kind of stuff, well, that ain't Terrence Crawford's problem. That's not his problem. That's Errol Spence's problem. That's his job. That's his team's duty. That's their job to make sure that he has the best conditioning going into a fight. It ain't Bud's job to make sure Errol Spence is healthy. So, like I said, nobody don't want to hear that. Because if Errol Spence had won, y'all, his fun boys would be trolling every channel. Oh, man, y'all need to give him his props, man. Y'all need to give him his props, man. We ain't trying to hear no excuses. But then these dudes got every excuse in the book why Errol Spence lost. From loaded gloves, the double hand stacks to PEDs. It's just one excuse after another. It's just one excuse after another because you morons just can't take your L, man. Take your L, man. For real, just take your L, man, and just stop stop playing these games. It's embarrassing to hear you guys come up with a new excuse every damn week on why Terrence Crawford whooped on Errol Spence. He whooped on that boy, man. He whooped on him. Man, he whooped on him. He whooped on that man. He whooped on Errol Spence like how them brothers whooped on them white boys yesterday. For real. He got his ass handed to him on a silver platter. Real talk. Like I said, the glove thing already then got debunked because Derrick James was in such disbelief. He grabbed Terrence Crawford's gloves and tried to check him and make sure nothing wasn't in his gloves. And Terrence Crawford let him check his gloves. Like you guys just keep giving me just so much material. I'm serious. I should go to the Improv and sign up for amateur night. I could do a whole 30-minute skit about how pathetic and useless some of these Errol Spence fun boys is. For real, y'all daddy should have considered like pulling out, or he should have used the rubber. Because obviously y'all is suffering some kind of brain damage. Were y'all in car accidents like Errol Spence or something? I mean, for real, did you wear a helmet or something when you was going to school? I mean, for real. Did y'all suffer some kind of injury playing little league football? Because it appears that way. Hey, dude. Listen, dude. Don't come on here trying to tell me what to say on my channel. I've been consistent the whole time, bro. You can get your ass off my channel, bro. Don't come on here trying to check me, punk. If you don't like what I have to say, get the fuck off my channel, Wendell. So don't come on here, dude. Don't come on here, dude. Trying to throw a little tantrum. Now I said what the fuck I want to say, dude. I don't answer to you, Errol Spence fun boys. Go troll somebody else's channel, bitch boy. For real. Fuck out of here, nigga. Come on my channel trying to talk shit. Errol Spence got his ass handed to him, punk. Now what, nigga? Now what? Now what, nigga? Now Errol Spence got whooped on. Now I ain't changed my tune about nothing. Y'all the ones that's been sitting up making excuse after excuse on why Errol Spence lost. Now you got the wrong dude, bro. You got the wrong dude. Don't come on my channel, bro, trying to troll me. Don't come on my. I can't be internet checked, punk. Now what? Now what? Better take your ass somewhere else. Now. For real. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Dude be thinking they gonna come on here and try to tell somebody what to say on their channel. Man, if you don't get your goofy ass off my channel, bro, if you don't like what I'm saying, go somewhere else. Cause you about to make me get disrespectful. Now. For real. I'm just saying. Oh man, yo, man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. These are the type of dudes that I'm talking about. Sitting up here trying to tell somebody how to speak on Errol Spence, bro. I ain't got the what. Like I said, what's gonna happen? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. Now, fuck you gonna do, nigga? Nothing. See? It's clown. It's bozos like this that's making me get out of character, man. I don't even be talking like this, man. But these dudes be trying to come on here, trying to troll and trying to bully somebody. Like we gotta watch what we say because Errol Spence law. You that goofy ass nigga. Like this is that goofy ass nigga on Menace to Society. I told you I'll pay you when I feel like it. You see what happened to him. You see what happened to him? Get out of here. Man, for real. Where these dudes be coming from, man? Like well, I mean, I'm just saying it was just a one-sided. I'm talking about the fight was so one-sided, man. It was like, man, it was like going down one of them one-way streets in San Francisco, man. You know, it was like going down. I'm just talking about it was just so one-sided, man, for real. It was kind of like playing, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like buying one of those cassette tapes back in the day, one of those single cassette tapes. Instead of them giving you a B-side song, it'll be the same song on both sides of the tape. It'll be the regular song and it'll be the instrumental. And speaking of instrumentals, man, I mean, Terrence Crawford, man, he was like, I don't know, man. He was like Nigarachi, the way he played the tune on Errol Spence's head. I'm talking about, man, I mean, it was like he was playing I don't know, man. I don't know. It was like Terrence Crawford was a musician, man. It was like, I don't know, man. It was like Steve Harvey, man. It was like the funk hitting the fan, or James Brown, the big payback or something, man. It was like the double drums, because you know James Brown, he kind of came with the hard sound where he put everything on the I think he put everything on the one. So, you know, that's what Terrence Crawford did to Errol Spence's head. I mean, Errol Spence, do you know Errol Spence This is how you know Errol Spence was out of the fight. Do you know after he got knocked down the first time, he said, what round was it? He didn't even know what round it was. He was getting whooped on so bad. He was like, what round is it? Hey, Taco K, man, I got this dude, man. He won't answer the phone, bro. He owe me 2 racks. But I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't finna keep asking them for it. I mean, it just shows you what type of dude you is. But I've been hearing a lot of that going on, man. They doing like Wimpy from Popeye, give me a hamburger and I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. Now what they doing is they turn, you know what I'm saying? They turning off their phones and stuff. See the difference between me, I would have paid because I got the 2 Gs. I got the 2 stacks. But now everybody talking about, oh, I'll give you your money in a couple of weeks, or can I make payments of 500 here, five? Like, listen, bro, you shouldn't have bet that type of money. If you wanted to bet $500, then you should just bet $500. I don't want to get paid in installments. I mean, for real. I'm just like this. The people that owe me money that ain't picking up their phone, because I think I'm owed about maybe at least $4,000 in bets, and ain't nobody paid up. You got people talking about installments and all this kind of stuff. I'll just say this much to the people that's listening to my channel: forget it. I'm a G in this. I ain't worried. Keep your money. Keep your money. If you need it, keep your money. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. If you can't pay the money, you should have just said so. I ain't no bookie. I ain't no bookie. I ain't gonna send people after you to break your fingers and no stuff like that. So I'm just letting you know, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just don't gamble with money that you don't got. So you can keep your money. So you can pick up your phone now. You can pick up your phones now. You don't even have to pay me no more, man. I ain't even worried about it, man. If it's that serious to where you ain't picking up the phone and you ducking me and all that kind of stuff, listen, man, 2 Gs ain't the kind of money that you send a hit squad and all that kind of stuff, man. I mean, for real, that ain't even gonna pay. Like for real, that ain't even gonna pay for a lawyer. So it ain't even that. It ain't even that serious. So to the people that owe me money, just forget it. Keep your money. It's all good. You know. No, I'm serious, Taco. Okay, they can keep their money, bro. I ain't. It's good, bro. Cause you know, we from the Bay, man. We ain't finna be sweating nobody over no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it was like 200 stacks, then it might be 200 200 racks. Then that's a different story. If it's like a 2 mil, that's a different story. But yeah, man, I ain't finna be sweating nobody over no 2 racks. I mean, for real, just keep it. Keep it. Y'all keep your money. Y'all come out of hiding. Let me tell you something, Percy. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. I ain't no doctor. I ain't no doctor, but like I said, I follow the sport closely. Like when I had my man Justin McRae, he was saying that Errol Spence gonna be suspended for at least um like two to Errol Spence shouldn't take on no fight. Errol Spence should not try to come back in December. All you got to do is watch that fight. Bud was hitting Errol Spence on the top and the side of his head, messing up his equilibrium. That's why he kept going down. Like he got knocked down like 3 times. I mean, like I said before, why would Errol Spence like sit up there and try to call this still trying to come back in December? At the end of the day, I know they contractually obligated to have a rematch, but like I said, I don't think no rematch is going to be any different. You don't think Terrence Crawford will be strong at 154? He already said that he struggling to make 140 147. And then another thing, to the dude that sat up there telling a lie, Terrence Crawford made weight, man. He made weight. He made weight at the actual weight that morning. He came in at 146.8. Errol Spence came in at 147. Both of the fighters made weight. And then that's another thing. You had people sitting up there putting out a fake narrative that Bud didn't make weight when Bud made weight, and then you have people putting up these fake videos showing Bud supposedly coming in at 150, that he was 3 pounds overweight. And then I had to debunk that by basically having Bernie the Boxer on my channel himself, basically saying that the commission don't allow no camera. The commission don't allow no cameras in there. They don't let you film nothing. So the people that was putting, but that's what happens when you listen to these dudes that sit up here and don't cover boxing. The commission ain't finna allow nobody to take no pictures of somebody being weighed. Everybody knows that. Listen, I mean, y'all know now. In most cases, the fighter usually the eve of the fight, they actually get weighed in the morning. They come in around 8 or 9 o'clock, because I've seen the whole process. They come in around 8, 9, 10 o'clock. They get weighed. And if they off by a quarter of a pound or something, they give them like some time to like try to, sweat off the weight. They usually have steam rooms available to where they can temporarily sweat off the water weight and all that kind of stuff so they can make weight. And then later on, like when we get there and we televise it and stuff, a lot of that is just, it's just a way to promote the fight. It's just, it's just promo. They already been weighed. Cause I remember when Bud fought the Mean Machine, I covered that fight. That was the first fight that I covered under my own name when I parted ways with Dante's Boxing Nation. I had arrived a little bit late, and I thought I was gonna go to the studio. I think they did the ceremonial weigh-in, I think at ESPN studio, but Bud and them had already got weighed in that morning. They didn't let us really see it, but they had made weight. So that's what I was trying to tell you. But then you had some fools sitting up there lying, clickbaiting, so they can get views and stuff. Oh, breaking news, Terrence Crawford didn't make weight. He made weight. Cap. First of all, Percy, the only people that can send a contract, or basically Showtime and whoever the lead promoters is, just because the fighters have their own promotional company, more than likely they may pay some of the undercard fighters their salary, but Showtime is going to be the people that write the checks. At this point, Bud has earned the right to fight whoever he wants to fight, and that's just real talk. Me myself, I don't think Boots is ready, and I'm not disrespecting Boots, but I don't think he's ready yet. Like I said, it's a difference between fighting Villa and then fighting Terrence Crawford. You talking about two different animals, and I just think Boots need to put in more work. And Boots had a chance to fight Terrence Crawford, but he elected not to exercise his mandatory. So, and we won't know who's the mandatory for any of the belts for at least not a while, at least for not a little while. We won't know for a while who's going to start being the mandatory for this belt, the mandatory for that. Keep in mind, Virgil Ortiz was the number one contender. He elected not to exercise his number one contendership. So I'm just keeping it a buck. People talk a good game. They talk a good game, but then they don't be really ready to play it. So I'm just saying. But these fans, these Spence fans, they need to get off the fence. They need to get, stop like stalking other channels and trying to bully them and stuff and telling people how to talk on their channel, pertaining to like, man, we ain't got the soft shoe. We ain't got to cuddle Errol Spence because he lost. Errol Spence is a 33-year-old man. If Errol Spence is that damn sensitive or emotional to people saying stuff about him, then he in the wrong sport. Go be a professional bowler or something. Go be a professional dart champion. If you that mad, if somebody pokes fun at you, that just come with the territory. It happened to Manny Pacquiao when he got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez. It happened. It happens to everybody. It happened to Paul Williams when he got slept by Sergio Martinez. Happened to Caleb Plant when he got knocked out by Canelo. It's just Errol Spence's turn now. And for his fans to be thinking that we got a soft shoe and we got to be all delicate and we got to show the man some sensitivity, then no, it doesn't work like that. So Errol Spence supposed to get some kind of exemption because he Errol Spence. Like I said, if Terrence Crawford had got slept, you would have been seeing memes everywhere. But we got to watch. But we got to watch how we conduct ourselves because it's Errol Spence talking about I better pay or else. Man, please. Please. Y'all do talk. So now you trying to like first hold on. You want to see my face? You want to see my face? Hold on. You want to see my face? You want to see my face? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so now what? Now what, nigga? Now what, nigga? You want to see my face? Now what, nigga? Now what? Now what? This is what I look like. Now what? Now what, nigga? Now what? Talked about Dallas don't talk. Man, y'all do too much talking. I'm just saying that's the problem. Y'all been doing nothing but talking. Like, bro, don't get this twisted, bro. I'll be in Arizona this weekend. Don't come on here, dude, making no little idle threats, bro. I don't play that shit. For real, bro. You got me fucked up. I'll be in Arizona. I'll be in Arizona this weekend. Since you talking. I don't know where, man. I don't know where these dudes be getting this stuff from, bro. Talking about y'all don't talk, bro. That like here we go. So you think I ain't got no weapons, bro? You think niggas in Cali ain't got no weapons, bro? I guess you didn't listen to that song by Nipsey Hussle where he say big guns, nigga pick one, big guns, nigga pick one. Just because I ain't in a open carry state don't mean I ain't carrying. So, bro, for real, bro, please don't come on here trying to threaten me, bro. I'm serious, bro. I don't play that shit. I'm just letting it be known, bro. Don't do that, bro. For real. I ain't like for real. I'm with it. I'm always with it. So, nah, but for real, anyway, like I was saying, bro, um, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They sitting up here, they think they can control people's channels and they think they can threaten people and talk about what they gonna do to somebody and all this kind of stuff. You talking about Dallas don't talk. You just if you from Dallas, you just talk, nigga. You just gave me a heads up. If you really was gonna do nothing, you wouldn't have said nothing. You would have just pulled up. You just gave me the heads up. So actually, you just played yourself, dude. So put a quarter in your ass because you just played yourself. Ether. See, you got to watch out for niggas like that when they say, hey man, you know I ain't with that. I ain't with that. He liked the Charlo brothers, bro. He like Nah, I didn't say I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like, stop talking like you go, like for real, bro. Stop talking like you gonna pull up on me or something, bro. Like, get out of here with that fake ass shit. You said you looking real weak right now, bro. You look this is now that's what you call a Earl sexual. Right there. That's the definition of an Earl sexual, man. And he just proved my point. He just proved the whole premise of the video. He just proved the whole premise of the meme. He came out of nowhere sitting up here trying to talk that boss hog talk, bro. I'm just having a simple conversation. I'm just basically debunking some things and just putting some information out there. I'm just like I said, you just proved my point. You took the bait. You took the bait. Talking about people don't show. I don't know where people be getting to talk about. You ain't gonna show your face. I just showed my face. Now what? Like, well, this is I've been saying this for the longest. It shouldn't even have came to this, man. It shouldn't have been like I said, where this became a turf war and stuff, man. It was okay, like I said. If Spence was your guy, that's fine. If he was your guy, you picked him to win, fine. But all I'm saying is he he lost the fight. He got beat the fuck up. And y'all gonna have to live with it. Y'all gonna have to take this work. Y'all gonna have to take these. Listen, I'm gonna say this again. I don't want nothing to happen to Errol Spence. You know, for real. I didn't had embarrassing moments on here and stuff. You know, real talk. I'm just saying, man. It's Errol Spence's turn. He lost. He got knocked out. He got stopped, and he was on the verge of going to the hospital. I'm just saying it ain't no need to but like I said, the Errol Spence brigade, they gotta stop like trying to call themselves coming on people's channel getting all mad because I got some other dude doing that shit. Some other dude, but he been doing like it's been a couple of these dudes, some of these Earl sexuals, they've been doing that for a while. Y'all gotta understand. You can't listen, man. I'm not like for real. I ain't one of these dudes. If you like my boy Rashawn, and a few other people, they had said, hey, they had saying, hey, Tam, I think Spence gonna win the fight. I didn't say, oh, you're blocked. You're blocked. I'm blocking you. There was a few people that said, hey, I'm going with Spence because I think this gonna happen. But what I got a problem with is the people sitting up here telling people how to talk about Spence and how he got, knocked out and stuff. Oh man, you got to be careful how you talk about Spence, man, because we don't feel right. You making us uncomfortable or whatever the case may be. Cause like I said, I could be saying all kind of stuff, man. Errol Spence, like technically the real reason why he got into that accident. I mean, all you got to do is listen to Charleston White. What I'm saying is, you sitting up here talking about me. How come you ain't? Is you going on Charleston White's channel? Charleston White been cooking Errol Spence. So and Charleston White is from y'all area. He from Fort Worth. So I'm just saying, man, don't come over here thinking you finna harass me. I just want to know, do you have that same energy for Charleston White, who said he ain't never liked Errol Spence? He did call Errol Spence a drunk. He didn't basically talk about the situation with Errol Spence and Mo 3 and all that kind of stuff, which I know what's up with the whole Mo 3 situation, but, I don't really want to get into that. Because at the end of the day, Mo 3, he ain't here. Whatever the case may be, what happened with him, that's it, that's all. Mo 3 ain't here no more. So I'm just saying, don't come on here thinking you gonna bully me. Like I said, go to Charleston White's channel. Go troll Charleston White, man. I'm just saying, I didn't sit up there when somebody said, it was a few people that came on my channel and said, Town, I think Errol Spence go with the fight. Okay. I didn't say, oh man, I'm blocking you, man, because you going with Errol Spence. But I can guarantee you a few on some of these super Errol Spence extreme channels, they probably was doing that to anybody that said Crawford was gonna win. So I'm just saying, man, it's okay if you picked Errol Spence to win, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'm just saying the people that were sitting up there saying, oh man, if you pick Terrence Crawford to win, you a sellout. Oh man, you a coon, you a Uncle Tom, man. Which that absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. I still been trying to figure out how does that make you some kind of house nigga because you support Errol Spence. But if you can find a legitimate answer, man, I'm all ears. But please help me understand something. So I'm just I'm like, dude, on Coming to America, man, when he said I'm confused. So oh no, excuse me, the Nutty Professor, I'm confused because I really am. But anyway, just wanted to get that out there. For real, in closing, man, it ain't that serious, man. It ain't that serious. I'm having fun. I'm gonna continue to have fun. If you are too emotionally attached to Errol Spence, that's your problem. It ain't mine. And it ain't the people that's on my channel listening to this stream. It's not our problem. It's not our problem. It's not our duty. It's not, in the words of Mac Dre, it's not our job to make you feel comfortable. It's not our job to adjust how we speak upon the mighty Errol Spence to make you Errol Spence apologists feel better about yourselves. That ain't my damn job. And I'm not going to do it. You remember that song by Mac Dre? I didn't say nothing. First of all, dude, I didn't say nothing personal about Errol Spence, man. I was just talking about him getting his ass whooped. That I didn't say nothing. I don't say nothing about, man. Anybody that's listening to this stream, have I ever said anything about Errol Spence's family? Have I said anything about his wife? Have I said anything about his children? Have I said anything about his daddy? Except his daddy should have told Derrick James to stop the fight. For real, have I said anything personal about Errol Spence that's not pertaining to boxing? I don't get into that man's personal life. As far as the car accident goes, it's documented. I mean, there's video footage of him getting into a damn car accident. So that's not private. I haven't said anything about Errol Spence. I ain't worried. Well, I'm not. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about it. I'm always available. I'm waiting for you. What did I say? I'm saying, bro, you on my channel. I'm just saying. I'm saying people that said personal stuff about me. I'm saying people that made threats. You don't even see. First of all, what you getting upset for? Am I talking about you? Am I talking about you? You coming on my outlet trying to tell me how to talk on my outlet. And like I said, and you sitting up here sending innuendos, bro. Like you think I'm gonna let you sit up here and come on my outlet and try to threaten me, bro? I mean, I'm just asking you a question. Are you out of your fucking mind? Am I supposed to be spooked because you from Dallas or something? For real. I'm from Oakland. So what's your point? And I got people on my channel that's from Kentucky, from Houston, from Chicago, from Atlanta. So what's your point? Am I supposed to be spooked because you from Dallas? Am I supposed to be spooked because you from Texas? Like for real. I'm asking you a question. Am I supposed to be scared? You said I was scared to show my face. I showed you my face. You the one sitting up coming on here trying to threaten me, bro. You sound stupid as fuck. You must be one of them niggas that was threatening Terrence Crawford when he came to Dallas to confront Errol Spence after he beat Danny Garcia. I'm just saying, what you coming on my channel trying to tell me how to conduct my channel? Like, what you threatening me for, bro? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for an answer, bro. What you mean Dallas don't talk? You threatening me, nigga? That's all I'm saying, nigga. You the one getting personal. You can't come on somebody's outlet and tell them how to talk. You don't know what. First of all, don't speak on something you don't know what's going on. The person that I'm talking about been sitting up here saying shit towards me, so I'm letting them know what's up. Don't get involved in something that you don't know nothing about, bro, and don't come on here getting all emotional, bro. You acting real beta-ish. So what makes you think I'm not gonna do nothing, bro? I'm just asking you a serious question. What you think I'll let you walk up on me, bro, and not defend myself? I'm just asking you a question. What you getting all upset for? I ain't said nothing about that dude's family. Nah, it ain't. It ain't cool, bro. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. What the fuck you mean? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. What you mean? That's all I'm saying. What you mean? What you getting upset for? That you proving my point. What you getting upset for? Because you don't like how I'm talking? Once again, so I gotta watch the way I talk because you don't like it? Who is you to tell me how to talk on my channel? This ain't got nothing to do, like for real. This ain't got nothing to do with Dallas. But then I had to make a point. But since you talking about you from Dallas and I'm supposed to be spooked because you from Dallas, that's the problem that I got. I'm not afraid of no nigga. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking to you like a man, bro. I done been to Dallas. I mean, that's what I'm saying. What you mean? I'm just trying to get to the point. Like what you like talking? What are you saying, homeboy? Well, first of all, how do you know who the fuck I'm referring to? And I'm like, first of all, bro, like I said, don't speak on something that you don't know what's going on. So I'm just letting it be known. So, like I said, because I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Because the real people that then sat up here that then caused all this confusion, a lot of them were from where Errol Spence is from. Some of them was from LA, some of them was from other parts of Texas. Sitting up here throwing threats towards people and sitting up here saying personal stuff about Terrence Crawford that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. So yeah, I had a problem with that. But all I'm saying is, homeboy, Don't sit up here and threaten me, bro. I ain't scared of no man, bro. And I'm just keeping it a buck. I mean, people were sitting up here talking about Terrence Crawford's personal life. I'm talking about real personal stuff that they didn't have no business talking about. Took it to the extreme. And like I said before, I don't have to be a Errol Spence. I don't have to be no Errol Spence extremist. I don't have to like Errol Spence because somebody tell me to. My thing is, you got all this negative energy for Terrence Crawford, but then you don't have none of this negative energy for Canelo. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't run from nobody. I don't run from nobody. So like I said, don't come on here trying to check me, and don't come on here speaking on something that don't got nothing to do with you. So I'm just letting that know. I'm just letting that be known, dude. I'm from Cali, bro. I'm from Cali. I always make myself available, and I don't have no problems. I don't have no problems. I'm always ready. So, you know, but for real, bro, don't come on my outlet like trying to threaten me, bro. Especially if you don't know what's going on. So don't come on here trying to, you know what I'm saying? Don't come on here trying to instigate, and don't come on here speaking on no shit that you don't know nothing about. I mean, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. All I'm saying is people took it to the extreme, calling somebody top ranked Toby and all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, nobody's had nothing to say about Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones is caught red-handed at a Jim Crow rally. And I'm saying is with Errol Spence, if Errol Spence, you gonna take that political stance, you ain't saying nothing about Jerry Jones. You ain't saying nothing about it, but you sitting up here, you got all this stuff to say about Top Rank. So I'm saying you got to show some consistency. You got to show some consistency, dude. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Errol Spence said hella personal stuff. And then you know, once you start calling another black man a Uncle Tom and all that kind of stuff, man, when you calling somebody an Uncle Tom and you sitting up there trying to and then you got people sitting up here trying to devalue somebody. Because like I said, I went to Errol Spence's last fight. Errol Spence gave away almost 4,000 tickets. All this stuff about Terrence Crawford need to be thanking him for a fight that thanking him for a fight that supposedly got made anyway. That sound ridiculous. That sound absurd. They were supposed to fight. So I mean, you got to be consistent with your outrage, bro. So, and I'm gonna say this again, dude. I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck where you from, bro. That don't mean nothing. Anybody could get it. So I'm just saying, bro. Niggas die from everywhere. So I'm just saying, bro. Don't come on here trying to speak on something you don't know what's going on, though, for real, bro. Because like I said before, you don't know what's been going on behind the scenes. You don't know what God did to me. So before you sit up here trying to come on somebody's channel, trying to call yourself, trying to troll them and internet check them because you making a fool out of yourself. You don't know what happened. So don't sit up here getting all emotional, especially about something you don't know what's going on. And I'm gonna say this again. This ain't got shit to do. This ain't got shit to do with Dallas. This ain't got shit to do with California. This got something to do with niggas and other people that got an issue with somebody and got mad at somebody for no reason. And then they don't have the guts to sit up there and speak to somebody because you really don't have no reason to be mad at somebody. But then you walking around here And then you got people walking around here thinking somebody's scared of them. And then lying, saying that somebody ran from them. So I'm just leaving it at that. I'm just leaving it at that. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Don't speak on something you don't know nothing about, bro, that you don't know what's going on. So don't come on here, like I said, being a man defender, and don't come on here putting on a cape for a dude, especially if you don't know what God did or what didn't happen or how they got to this point. Nah, it's cool. Nah, it's cool. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I just had to, yeah. That was, like I said, man, that was horrible what they did to Terrence Crawford. Horrible. Horrible things. Horrible stuff that they said about that man. They talked about that man's family. They talked about his wife. They talked about that man's kid. They took it way beyond just the fight. So, it is what it is what it, I mean, it is what it is, man. And I'm just saying now that the fight didn't happen, because a lot of these dudes' channels, they don't have no material no more. And what's going on? A lot of these dudes, they mad because they don't have no material no more, because based off the fact that they channel was based off the fact of this fight really not happening, and based off the fact that hopefully Terrence Crawford would lose to Errol Spence. And now that it was such a one-side drumming, that why you think these dudes don't have no material to put out? Why you think these dudes don't have no material to put out? Why you think these dudes' channels is slowing down? My channel has actually elevated. My channel then got better. Because you know why? Because my whole channel wasn't predicated off Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, where a lot of people's channels was predicated off Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and particularly Terrence Crawford losing to Errol Spence. And now, based off the fact that Errol Spence got the brakes beat off of him, now all of a sudden, a lot of these dudes that's from where Errol Spence is from, they trying to make excuses. They sitting up crying. They trying to tell people what type of shit they can post. And that's what I got a problem with. Like I said, they the dudes that took it beyond boxing. And the only reason why Bomac called Errol Spence a drunk, which I never called Errol Spence a drunk, is because they were saying stuff about him. Then you go into the press conference. Derek James sits up there talking about Bomac's weight. You don't have no reason to bring up that man's weight, talking about Big Macs and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, just sell the fight. You just talk about how Errol Spence gonna win the fight. So then you sitting up there, you got people from Errol Spence's camp threatening Terrence Crawford's life. What is the deal with y'all threatening people's life, man? For real. Like, what is the deal threatening people's life and wanting to fight somebody because they say something you don't like? That's exactly why black people in the position they is now. I want to see you have that same energy towards these cops that be sitting up killing black people. And I notice these people that sitting up here like trying to call, they still trying to internet check me. I bet you they ain't made one video about what happened in Alabama. And all I'm saying is a lot of people sitting up here being two-faced and being disingenuous and shit. One thing about me, I don't sit up there and be sitting up here congregating with somebody and then be all up in their face and stuff. So like I said before, you got to be consistent with the black card stuff. So like I said before, when you was sitting up there talking about Bob Arum and all this kind of stuff, well, like I said, you should have talked about the Jerry Jones situation. It's worse. See, the difference between Bob Arum and Jerry Jones, whatever Bob Arum might be suspected of doing or could have done, well, we don't have a paper trail. We don't have a video trail. We don't have a email trail. But we sure got footage. We sure got a picture of Jerry Jones standing right dab front in the middle of a Jim Crow rally. And then didn't nobody. So all I'm saying is, man, don't sit up there and pump your black fist. Don't go up and down with your black fist. If you gonna keep it in the air, keep it in the air at all times. And like I said, y'all dudes from the Dallas area, y'all gonna have to accept the fact that Errol Spence lost that fight. He got beat. He got beat fair and square. My problem is these people trying to attach all these allegations towards Terrence Crawford. He been accused of having stacks. He been accused of stacking his raps. He been accused of being on PEDs. He been accused of loading his gloves. He been accused of. I mean, when is it? When does it end? Why can't people just accept that Terrence Crawford was the better man that night? When is people gonna stop making excuses? When are people gonna accept the fact that Terrence Crawford won that fight fair and square? If Errol Spence didn't condition himself good enough to make weight, or he was weight drained, that's his problem. Should have had a better nutritionist. Now, if you want me to say some personal stuff about Errol Spence, I will, but I'm not trying to do that. Because like I said, it's well documented that Errol Spence do things that he shouldn't be doing. It's not Terrence Crawford's fault that Terrence Crawford take care of himself, that Terrence Crawford don't really go to the club. Terrence Crawford sit up there and train every day. The best thing for Errol Spence to do if he remotely want to have a chance to get back at Terrence Crawford, what he need to do is sit up there and just relax. I wouldn't even be thinking about no rematch in December. Take the whole year off. Go get a tune-up fight. Like I said, fight somebody like Jose Benavides Jr., fight somebody like that, or do a rematch with Danny Garcia or something, and then get back into the groove of things. Because going into a second fight with Terrence Crawford based off the one-sided drummer that you took is going to be disastrous for Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not Superman. I found that out time and time again with fighters that I looked upon as Superman. I thought Mike Tyson would never lose. Like I said, I was never the same after, as far as boxing, when I saw Mike Tyson get beat up by Buster Douglas. Melvin Taylor, Julio Cesar Chavez won was the most shocking thing that I've ever seen before in my life in boxing. Literally had like less than 10 seconds left. Melvin Taylor got up, made the 10 count. It was less than 10 seconds left, and Richard Steele called off that fight. And Melvin Taylor never recovered from that. So, shocking. Roy Jones Jr. versus Antonio Tarver. Roy Jones is one of my favorite fighters, but hey, have to get over it. Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. Shocking. So I'm just saying, you win some, you lose some. So the thing is, y'all can't be going around here trying to pick on people. You can't go on people's channel trying to pick on people. And the only reason why Kobe came on here, because you came at me sideways. You came on another man's channel trying to insinuate something. You came on another man's channel trying to call yourself trying to lightweight threaten somebody. And then you don't even know what's going on. So you brought that on yourself. Crawford is only, first of all, Floyd Mayweather was 36 years old when he beat Canelo. So 36 is not that bad if you take care of yourself. And Bud fought one of the best fights of his life. Like I say, Bud takes care of himself. So you want Errol Spence, after taking a drummer, you want Errol Spence to get right back in the ring after getting beat the hell up and get beat up again by basically Terrence Crawford again, and then be damaged even more than what he possibly could be damaged coming off the first fight. So that's what you saying. That's what you saying. Now, there is some incidents where you could get old overnight, but I doubt very seriously if Terrence Crawford gets old overnight. Now, Terrence Crawford already said he not in this for the long haul. He already said he's not going for 50-0. He already said he's not going to fight like 10 more fights. So Terrence Crawford probably at best looking to have maybe 3 to 4 more fights at best. Yeah, Percy. Like I said, a lot of these dudes, their worst nightmare came true when the fight was official. They was like, oh boy. They're like, oh boy. So there you have it. Because soon as the fight got closer and closer, you saw people get more quiet and more quiet. Um, what do we do now? What's next? Where do we go from here? Well, you see, here's the thing. They can't fight on behalf of Errol Spence. They can't fight through Errol Spence. This is the problem. This is what's going on with Errol Spence is kind of like what go on with celebrities and like child celebrities and their parents, where some of these parents try to live through their kids and stuff. I think that was the problem that happened with the Jacksons. Joe Jackson didn't make it as a singer, so basically he overworked his children and trying to live through his children. But at the end of the day, on the flip side, Joe made his children millions of dollars. All his children were millionaires before they were all 21 years of age. Michael Jackson was a multimillionaire before he turned 21. Janet Jackson was, by the time she made 21, when she came out with Control, I think she was like, Janet Jackson was born in 60. Janet Jackson was born in what, 67, 66? And Control came out, I think, in 1986. So by the time Janet Jackson was like 22 years old, Janet Jackson became a millionaire. So I will give Joe Jackson credit for that, except for Rebe, and LaToya. They didn't do anything, but that's one of the greatest things that he could have ever did. But on the flip side, he tried to live through his children. Same thing with Macaulay Culkin's father. And that's what the Errol Spence fans are doing. The Errol Spence fans are trying to fight through him. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence gotta stop listening to the internet. Errol Spence gotta think about his family. Errol Spence got 3 children, 3 or 4 children. Don't sit up there and listen to your parents because they want you to get back at Terrence Crawford, and you go in there and you get hurt than what you really and get hurt really, really bad. That's the problem. You can't fight Errol Spence's battles through Errol Spence. Errol Spence got to look long, deep, and hard. Do I want to go through this again? Or do I want to do this so soon just to prove a point? Well, that's fine. 9 months is fine. 9 months is fine. Listen, he's suspended for 60 days because he got stopped. If he would have got knocked out, he would have been suspended for 6 months. So it's something there. When you lose a fight by a decision, you like only suspended for like maybe a couple of weeks. And then you could go back to training. They basically saying this man shouldn't even train until like 2 months later. So what does that say? And now people are sitting up saying, oh, why are these doctors all coming out? Why are these doctors all coming out saying, oh, Errol Spence, he need Who is these doctors to tell Errol Spence? Well, some of these doctors, they're doctors for reasons. And it's not just one doctor. There's a few doctors saying this, that Errol Spence need to chill. So that's all I'm saying. Okay, listen. We already didn't had the back and forth. Enough is enough. Uh, we need to move on from that. Stick to the subject. Let's be cool. Let's act civilized. Well, I never thought that Errol Spence was going. Listen, I'm gonna say this once again. Um, I looked at Terrence Crawford when he was at the smaller weight classes. I looked at him versus in Dongo. I looked at him versus Beltron versus Ricky Burns versus Gamboa. I looked at him and I looked at him all the way up until he got to until he got to 147. My first eye test was the Jeff Horn fight because people was talking about would Terrence Crawford be able to fight welterweights that was bigger than him. And then when I saw that he blew through Jeff Horn the way he did, when I saw that he saw what he did to Jeff Horn, I said, "Yep, he didn't struggle with Jeff Horn at all. He was pushing Jeff Horn off of him." I said, "Yeah, he could beat he could beat Errol Spence, and he gonna beat Errol Spence." I was sitting up with Trey. I was sitting up with Troy King when we was sitting. Me and Troy King did a road trip. We traveled up. We traveled up to Vegas. We drove up to Vegas, and we was both in the car saying, "Yeah, I always knew that Terrence Crawford was gonna beat Errol Spence." Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Blu-ray said something that I thought was very. I think it was him. He said he's. Wait a minute, man. Let me. Let me. It doesn't matter what Blu-ray says because I could have sworn Blu-ray like 2 weeks before that fight happened. Blu-ray said going into the fight with Terrence Crawford, he said he saw something. He said he saw something in Terrence Crawford. Well, yeah, he saw something all right. He saw what everybody he's listen, listen, bro. On the real, listen, Jamie, on the real, bro, listen. Most people, most boxers, most promoters, most experts was picking Crawford to win that fight. And it wasn't by and it wasn't no coincidence. A, a lot of the fans were picking Spence because they went by a lot of the propaganda that was getting put out by Terrence Crawford. And a lot of people wasn't looking at logic. They wasn't looking at physics. They wasn't looking at skill sets. See, I went by skill set. I went by Terrence Crawford abilities, his pluses and his minus. I looked at Errol Spence's abilities, his pluses and minus, and when I compared them together, who would have an advantage if they was to fight, I came to the conclusion that Terrence Crawford had the better attributes to beat Errol Spence. It was nothing personal against Errol Spence. And the problem was you had a lot of these content creators that were sitting up running these smear campaigns against Terrence Crawford to make people not like. People just woke up in the morning because they were just listening to propagandas. And I'm holding these channels that was putting the propaganda out against Terrence Crawford. I'm holding y'all accountable because you played a role in this. You divided the black community. You caused all this friction. And yeah, I'm holding you niggas accountable. So I'm just keeping it a buck. I did the eye test. That's how I knew who would win. I looked at Terrence Crawford's skill set versus Errol Spence's skill set. I looked at opponents. I looked at common opponents that they shared. How Terrence Crawford felt. I looked at what Terrence Crawford's best attributes versus Errol Spence, and I just said I did my own research, and I did my own data, and it just told me that if they was to fight, that Terrence Crawford would win. Now, did I think the fight was gonna be as one-sided? I thought if it went 9 rounds, I thought maybe Spence would win maybe 3. I thought if it went 10 rounds, I thought maybe Spence would win 4. You know? And I had Terrence Crawford pulling away in the last quarter, or I actually had Terrence Crawford stopping Errol Spence around between the 9th and the 11th round, but he stopped him in the 9th round. So, like I said, it wasn't personal. But see what it was, people was hearing this stuff about Terrence Crawford, about how he treat the media and how he treat people and all this stuff. So people just decided people didn't use their head. They got too emotionally invested, and people trying to make it look like Errol Spence was just this Malcolm X-like figure, and he ain't even on no tip like that. And that's how all this stuff happened. Yep. So that's how all this stuff happened. You just had people, Terrence Crawford gonna lose to Errol Spence because I don't like him, because people are putting out these videos saying that they just don't. And people, I saw this stuff. I never trolled nobody's channel. And I was thinking to myself, I said, okay, so a lot of the fans are picking Spence, but a lot of the boxing pundits are going with Crawford. Now, some people I think a lot of people deep down inside knew Terrence Crawford was going to win that fight. But at the end of the day, you don't want people to say, oh, well, this is going to be a one-sided fight. But logic told me that Terrence Crawford was going to win this fight. And that was my analysis of the whole situation. That was always my analysis. And I tried to be fair about this stuff. And I had people sitting up here getting mad at me and sitting up here disrespecting me and sitting up saying, taking little shots at me. And I sat up there and ignored these dudes. And I tried to pay them no mind, but then they just kept the disrespect going. So finally, I felt like to a certain degree, I had to respond to certain people. So I had to put certain stuff out there. Not that I owe anybody an explanation. And I'm not just talking about one. And I saw a lot of this BS that was going on. And I kept saying, and I'm looking at and then some of these content creators, they were doing the same thing. They knew the hot thing to do was to rally behind Errol Spence to get views and all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, you know why Terrence Crawford got paid $25 million? Because his haters, his detractors made him just as popular. And now, due to the fact that he won the fight, he's more popular than Errol Spence. Now he's going to get more money in the next fight. Now, y'all made Terrence Crawford the A side because you continued to make videos talking about that his resume doesn't compare to Errol Spence. If you had made more videos boosting Errol Spence up instead of making all these videos, even if, here's the thing, you need to understand how stuff works. Even if you don't like somebody, if you constantly talking about them and stuff, that's advertisement. So all these people that were sitting up here making these anti-Terrence Crawford videos, they kept putting his name in circulation to who is Terrence Crawford? Who is Terrence Crawford? Who is Terrence Crawford? So guess what? Terrence Crawford sat back, and then when they came back to the negotiating table, Terrence Crawford was like, "Look how popular I am. Look at all these videos about me because y'all spent more time. You spent more time blowing up Terrence Crawford, even if it's a video criticizing him. You still talking about the man. So basically, you used the Floyd Mayweather blueprint to prove that Terrence Crawford was a hot commodity, and you basically helped get Terrence Crawford paid what he thought he was worth. When you were sitting up saying, well, nobody knows who Terrence Crawford is, well, guess what? They know now. You know why? Because a lot of these dummies spent so much time making these anti-Terrence Crawford video to where people were listening. These channels were blowing up. His name stayed in circulation. And then Terrence Crawford, when he went back to the negotiating table, he was like, look. So to me, you guys helped prove that Terrence Crawford was worth more than 20, 30, 40%. There you have it. Ether. So I love dropping these heat rocks because I know what I'm talking about. So Ashley, when you were sitting up there downing Terrence Crawford and putting Terrence Crawford down, you were doing nothing but, you know what I'm saying, making the Terrence Crawford name a hot commodity. So Terrence Crawford probably thanks you guys. You would have been better off not saying nothing about Terrence Crawford. But every time I looked around, it was some video about Terrence Crawford, whether it was good or bad. If you had spent more time making videos about Errol Spence, and you would have been and saying, look, Errol Spence does this, Errol Spence, then you could have justified, well, Errol Spence is a bigger name. But you guys proved that Terrence Crawford was just as big as Errol Spence. So, like I said, sort of backfired on you guys. You sort of outsmarted yourselves. See how easy it is for me to do this? I'm really good at this. I really am. I really am. Just letting you know. So, I mean, I'm just stating the facts, but in closing, you know, Terrence Crawford probably thanking y'all because y'all helped get that dude paid like $25 million. And y'all helped the pay-per-view sell anywhere from 700,000 to 800,000. But I think the fight did better than that. But anyway, I'm out.